call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Review of approved minutes from September 25th.
Move to approve.
Support.
Any discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Review and approved bills. Accounts payable.
The agenda?
Oh, yeah, we gotta do the agenda.
Oh, I'm right over that then. Approval of agenda.
Move to approve.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Alright, now we got accounts payable.
Move to approve.
Support.
Alright, you want a chance to
Yeah,
roll over?
just give me a little bit here.
The Bayside Dust Control, for $9,570, Dow Flake Chloride.
It's our bag chloride that they mix with the sand for snow control.
For
Ice
snow.
control.
For snow time, okay.
Snow control.
And then under Corrigan, we bought, 27,000 gallons of brine, is that for us to spread?
Not the 27, that is,
27,000, there's three times 9,000,
oh, for the 9,000 gallon, yes, that's our,
Three times.
for our tanks, yes.
those were for our tanks.
Yeah.
Is that for snow and ice control or?
No, that's the, what they've been doing
The
after.
spot,
Right.
The spot, right.
because of.
That seemed to work out really good,
It did.
really good.
Because I think they go through a tank,
The only bad part about it is we went through a lot of brine on our own.
Yeah, but I think it's well worth it compared to, we don't, I didn't get any complaints on Brian this year being put on. Every other year, why are you so late? And
But you only spent about $5,000 on that brine, unless it's more, but.
that's not our first time we've gotten it, we've gotten it all throughout the season.
Okay.
So they go through a tank, 1 or 2 tanks a week
About every 2 days, 2.5 days.
for the spot patching, for spot burning.
I've gotten a lot of compliments on the gravel roads.
yeah,
CNR motor sales for 4,000, cylinder head replacement. What was that for?
Al's pickup,
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the cylinder went out.
broke a valve spring,
that needs to go.
all
We've
the
spent a lot
valves.
more.
Family Farm and Home, there was roof cement for $16, weed killer for $160, and black poly for $40. What would that be for?
On the floor underneath the distributor truck.
What does that mean?
The
More
distributor
information.
truck drips
Oil,
the emulsion or tack,
okay,
so they lay that black poly out on the floor.
on the ground?
Well, they put it in the wash bay, so
So it's on
where it's
concrete,
warmer,
okay,
yeah.
alright,
And then they back the truck in and park on that.
alright, and the roof cement is to seal the
I
black
don't know what
poly?
the roof cement would have been
No.
for.
And the
weed is just around here, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
just regular
alright,
maintenance stuff.
again, it was small quantities, just curious what it's for.
So I have a question here. Floyd's rigging a crane rental on Elm Road, so are we that far along on that
It's
project?
done.
It's done. Okay, well, that's great. That's,
It'll be open today.
so that'll be the first time it'll be open, what, in 2.5 years?
About 2.5 years.
And I guess if you go back to when the 3-ton load limit was put on it, how many years ago was that?
A long time,
Yeah,
a long time,
8 or 10?
at least.
Probably.
The, made Frank happy. He
Yeah.
can get to his green system now.
Yeah.
The soil and material engineers for 17,800, and I assume, well, it says here it's for the testing, density, asphalt testing, extractions. Is $17,800, is that reasonable for 6 miles of road? And that is all part of, that'll be paid by the grant funding for that, or not grant funding, but.
They don't
that-
pay for the
that-
engineering.
That'll be paid for us,
That's,
or we'll
that's on
for all
us.
that, yes.
Why is it so much money? I mean, what do they do to test the density?
Because
The-
it says engineer.
The density portion of it is we have to have a density tech that comes from SME, travels down to our road and is there potentially all day, because
Okay.
when they're paving, they have to test every so many tests for the whole portion of the day.
Right.
Every day that we're paving, they have to be there. So if we're putting one lift, 2 inches down for a mile or 2 miles of road, you might have 2 days or 3 days of paving, so you have that density tech person there the entire time. Plus the cost of pulling the samples at the asphalt plant, taking them back to Lansing where they test it, and then running those asphalt tests. That's why it's so high.
So as a follow-up question, do we have to do that on every blacktop project or only federal aid projects?
We are only required to do it on federal aid projects. We do it, like when we did Territorial Road, we replaced that culvert. We hired SME to come in and do density on that gravel grade to make sure that it met compaction requirements so that it didn't settle as much when we paved it. But we're only required by the state to do federal aid.
Did they find any problems?
Nope, all the asphalt tests passed and density passed, no problems.
And then I see Van Brunt, we spent $21,000 on limestone. I thought we had our limestone all brought in the spring.
That limestone that we just had brought in is for Black Bridge Road for the ditch and deburn.
Oh.
We had to have another 1,000 ton to coat that road after we ditch and deburn it.
That's true, Jefferson
So-
Township, right?
Jefferson had their own still,
Okay.
but Adams Township wants to do Black Bridge from Peterson to
Oh,
Bacon.
okay.
And in the contract, it was to get 1,000 ton
Of limestone.
of limestone. So after we got all of the patching done, the pit was empty. So I ordered another 1,000 ton just for Black Bridge Road.
Well, isn't Black Ridge Road the one that the rodeo is on?
Yep.
Stretch,
But we did that in Jefferson Township 2 years ago.
okay.
This
And
is
now
where-
Adams is continuing on, so Black Bridge will be done from Beecher all the way to Bacon.
Cause Adams runs from Peterson to Bacon. Well, actually it runs farther than that into Adams Township, but that's the one that they contracted for.
But I think with the rodeo being there, that road does get a lot more
It-
traffic
it's
than it
being
used
hard.
to.
Are we good? No more? We did have a motion second, right?
Yeah.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Does it include this little one?
Yeah. Good?
Yep.
Payroll date is October 9th, for $125,991.59.
I move that we approve payment of it.
Any discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried.
You're on there, aren't you?
Yeah, right there.
Right here? Alright. Treasurer's report.
Beginning cash and investment balance is $2,206,346.91. Total receipts is $827,588.67. Total in bills and payroll is $543,485.43. CD reserve for 2 trucks is $689,700.71. Ending available fund balance is $1,800,749.44. And outstanding accounts payable, we have a credit of $259.85.
Any questions?
So just a question I have. We probably have a fair amount of receivables from townships, don't we, on projects?
Not out just yet, but when I do my billing next month for the chip, like the paver patching, chip and fog, there'll be
Well,
more.
So have they already been billed for the dust control?
Yes. I have a few of them that are still out there, but not many.
Okay.
I know, because they had just finished their 3rd application. There's only a few out there. And the patching, a lot of the townships are covered on that. I'm still waiting on a few more to come in.
any other questions? If not, stand as presented. Thank you. Okay. Public comment? Nothing, Doug?
We're both from Somerset Township. Sorry. We got some pretty bad roads over there. I think some of our people have been here and been in contact with you guys before about trying to get a road paved at least one a year maybe. We got 2 of them done last year, the year before, and like most of our roads are just turned into crap. There's more loose gravel on a lot of the back streets than there is actual hard pavement. Like, when are those gonna be up to be repaved or chip sealed or something?
What streets are you talking about?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. I don't even have my list with me. Most of all of the backlot roads, all on the far southeast side, the northeast side.
Like
They're-
Leanne, you're talking.
No, Lake Somerset.
Like Somerset.
Yeah,
I have to say though, Dennis has been doing a great job, so whoever Dennis reports to, I have to commend him. He's out there cold patching, but the roads do need to be either replaced or repaired. I met with Tim Shaw yesterday. I know he said that it'd probably be like $5 million to do it. I completely understand the money's not in the budget for that. But the question I ask is, I know Whitmore's got something coming out to where certain percentage, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, and I know where you're going, so, but if that percentage of the marijuana tax goes to the roads, we would like to try to be first at the table to get that money. I'm new to the area. I've been in Lake Somerset for 1.5 years, was in Brighton for 7 years, originally from Illinois. Was on a private lake in Illinois at one time, so I understand the gamut of getting the money for the roads. Just kind of want to get a table set of what I could present to the board of where we think, or if we ever think it's gonna happen.
Sure.
For anything that is a local road, which would be the majority of those roads that are up at the lakes.
Yeah.
You have to go through the township has to agree to do it. There is a match that is required by law for the township to do those. If what they have done in the past is, like, I think West Sauk Trail was one of them that was done recently, and that was done by a contractor, and our cost share policy with the township right now is 100% township cost for a contracted job like that. If our crews go in and do it, it's different, like if we were to chip seal and fog seal it, there's a different cost share. But if it's a contracted, like reconstruct or a paving job, which most of those roads up there need completely reconstructed, it would be 100% on the township. So the township has to come up with the funding to pay for those roads. And I know Tim Shaw has talked about special assessments and things like that. That's gonna be at your township level.
Yeah.
So there's no plans right now for us to go in and redo 5 miles a year of local roads in Somerset Township. We're gonna be addressing primary roads, but those are 100% on us.
Yeah.
But the local ones around the lakes is all up to the township.
So we talked about increasing the millage rate, but what I understand from if we did that, that necessarily does not go to, if we increase the millage rate for the roads, it doesn't necessarily go to Somerset Township. They can disperse it any way they want. So I don't know if that would be, because a lot of the people talk, no,
No.
it would go 100% if we increase the millage in Somerset Township, if we increase the millage on our taxes, it would 100%. Because I
If
was
it were
told,
a road millage.
Right, and
You've got two different things.
correct, that's what I,
If it's a road millage, Somerset Township passes it, it has to be spent on the roads.
alright, that's not how I was
Now, what
explained to
was
it though.
done-
Pardon me?
What was done several months ago was, the president of your lake association,
Yes,
he came to Somerset Township.
Yeah.
And I believe you were involved in that, Heather, where you did they were gonna talk about a special assessment just for Lake Somerset.
correct.
That's where the $5 million came from.
But here's the problem with that, is if you increase every lot by $5,000, which I'm Ambercola doing, because I have a house there, and then I do have a lot, but there's people that own lots just because they wanna fish or whatever they wanna
Correct.
do, and I've seen this happen in the past in associations, because where I came from in Illinois, we did that, and then those property owners that own their lots say, that's not worth it for me to pay $5,000, and they walk away from the lot, then the lot becomes worth $500, and then all the property values go down. So I don't know if special assessment really is
Well,
beneficial for the team, for the group there.
My understanding at the Somerset Township, because I represent Somerset Township for the road commission.
Okay,
My understanding at the meeting that I was at, that your lake association turned the special assessment down because of the $5 million price tag.
okay, alright. I'm new, so I'm just trying to gather information, I'm new to being on the board for
And
that, like 1
as
week.
for the additional funding that's coming through the state, we have no idea what that looks like yet or how it's to be used.
Understand,
So,
completely understand, I just thought I'd bring it up and see if you knew anything about it.
And the state giveth and the state taketh away.
I know how that goes, yeah.
If we were able to get, applications for grants, would you guys be willing to help us provide some of the information we needed? Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a comment on the millage issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we do have several townships in the county that have had millage for roads and bridges for years. So I live in Wright Township.
Okay.
We levy 2 mills and have for many, many years for roads and bridge funding, and that's the only thing that can be used for, in Wright Township. And it's for, local roads. Amboy Township, which has 2 lakes, they have, I think, currently 1 mill for roads and bridge funding. Reading Township, Woodbridge Township, are a couple of other townships in the southern part of the county that have road and bridge millages. So there are, in some counties, lots of townships have special voted millage for roads and bridges.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
That's
So-
not how it was explained to me, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You'd be better off to go with a millage.
I 100% agree with you, I right here with you. Yeah,
Pays the
Everybody
same,
benefits too.
100%.
and you're not laying out a bunch of money, and it goes 100% to the road.
I 100% agree with you.
Do you guys have a protocol on how you guys fix potholes?
It just, we just have to pick some.
And I understand how they're doing it. You go through, get the bulk of the big ones, and then come back and do the smaller ones. I've talked to a few people on the pothole patrol on Jackson County, and it's actually their procedure to blow out each pothole before they fill it with patch. I've yet to see any of your guys do that.
No,
We don't blow them out.
no.
Because it just doesn't make sense to throw some patch on top of a bunch of loose gravel, mud, or dirt in there. You're not gonna get a good patch, so it's kind of wasting time and material at that point.
That's that's never been done, has it? I
No.
don't think so.
Is there a way we could like implement that and try that out and see if the potholes
We don't have a way of doing it, do we?
Hmm?
We don't have a way of doing it.
Oh, they just, if there's a hole there and there's loose stuff, they'll shovel the
Loose.
chunks out and then just fill it back up with.
Who does Dennis report? Dennis actually is a great guy. I don't know, who's he report to?
Me.
Yeah, I'd like to commend him.
Yeah, cause I've seen Jackson County, they're out there with just a gas powered steel leaf blower blowing out the holes, and then there's a guy up in front of the truck blowing those out, a guy driving the truck and a guy shoveling it in. Just a continuous process going on, seems pretty efficient. Might save some time going back, you know, cause, and a lot of times you guys are filling these right after a rainstorm or, you know, a warm winter day, it's full of water, and then that night it freezes, it's not holding that patch in there. Might be a little extra step, but it could save material and time later on down the road if we're sending guys out there 4 and 5 times throughout the year to patch the same hole.
Okay.
The other thing is clear vision. A lot of our streets around the lake, the brush is growing to the white line or over the white line into the lane of travel. I noticed yesterday and last week they came through. To be honest, it was half-assed. They come through, he missed 50 feet worth of shrubs that are growing over to the line, goes down to the next driveway, starts up there, and grinds down some of those. And like I said, there's huge brush stumps in there. Obviously, he can't chip it with that machine, but it's also due. I don't think that you guys have been around the association in almost 10 years to grind the brush back. I know it's been at least 9 years that I've seen a tractor through there
Tractor for mowing,
The
but.
boom mower?
Yeah, the last 2
A lot of
years,
times they stay away from the lakes because all it does is get complaints.
Oh,
but we're into a safety issue at this point. People walk in, and now I grant it, common sense is not common. People walk on the oncoming lane around a curve. You can't see them. I took it upon myself to trim back a couple corners because they were growing right out to the road, and took them back only because I didn't want to hit somebody or somebody's dog. But like I said, it's been almost 10 years, somewhere around 10 years since that mower has been out there to cut that stuff back. And when they did a great job then. They cut them all the way to the backside of the ditches, all around the lake, all the vacant lots, the Emerald Drive coming in off of US 12, that was all cut back, and it hasn't been done in years. Do we like follow up after those guys go through there and kind of a quality control and make sure that the guys are doing what they're supposed to do?
The foreman's go look at it. Like I said, we stay away from the lakes with the mower because all it does is create complaints and hard feelings.
Well, what are they complaining about?
They don't like the trees getting mowed back, they don't like the looks of it,
we don't like shrubs.
they think it's dangerous.
Well, I'm all for you guys coming out more.
Alright.
Simply for the clear vision aspect. And when you're driving down, you're passing a car and the shrubs are scratching the side of your car. That's, you know, it's pretty close to the road.
But huge on a positive, I like the fact that we could actually, if we do a millage, we could put it right to the roads.
Yes.
Right, so that seals the deal for me. So I'll bring that, I have a committee set up. I sit on a committee with 6 other people on the board. I'll communicate that on Sunday. Totally appreciate that.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you.
How many miles do you guys, is in Hillsdale County?
600 gravel and 600 paved.
6 and 6?
Well,
That does not include state highways.
Right,
That's local and primary roads.
that you guys maintain.
The state highway stuff, we do that like plowing and mowing under contract.
Right.
But that's, the state highway is, miles are in addition to that 1,200.
all right, thank you. Manager.
All right, we briefly spoke about this before the meeting, but Elm Road should be open by the end of today. The tube's in. I do have a picture if you'd like to see what it looks like, but just let me know. The Buckeye Road, west of Bird Lake Road culvert, and the Somerset Road, north of Stewart Road structure. We had hired CEI to do the preliminary design engineering and stuff for that, do all the studies. They've completed that. Bob and I met with them last week, and they gave us some preliminary options. Now we just have to go to the township and see what they wanna do, you know, how much money they wanna spend. Bridge maintenance, Albright Contractors has completed the repairs at Burt Road, east of Tuttle Road. They're returning the third week of October to work on the structure at Austin Road, east of Carpenter. And then they'll have Lilac Road, west of Cambria, to complete the list for this year. Pavement marking, they're gonna be coming in probably late this week and next week to finish. They've gotta do the rumble strips and some stop bars, and then they have to do, everything that we fog sealed. They have to do center line and edge line on some of that stuff. State highways, we had Extreme Milling and Pulverizing come in yesterday, and they did some profile milling for us. They completed the intersection at US 12 and 49. There was that was pushed there on 49 in the northbound lane. They finished that, then they moved to 127 from 34 south to the Ohio line. They had about 25 speed bumps per se, heaves, that they did in the southbound lane, but they're gonna have to come back to do the northbound lane. We just have to schedule that. Now, we were hoping they'd be able to get all of it done yesterday, but they just ran out of time. So they'll come back and do the northbound lane. Go ahead.
Question.
Yes.
Who did what work on US 12 and Litchfield Road?
US 12 and Litchfield.
That was something through the state. That's supposed to be some anti-slippery surface, cause they did it at 49 Watkins Road also, or
Okay.
Weston Road. It's supposed to make it so that curve won't be slippery.
So did they just apply a coating or did they repave?
I think it was just like a slurry coat type thing. I don't know for sure.
Well, because again, I live out that way and being on the road commission is like, there's orange barrels here and I hadn't heard anything about this. So I'm surprised, why didn't that come through us to know that was going on?
I got a email, I think, like a week ago, that they would be there putting some
Okay.
coating down on them curves, and I didn't know anything about it until I asked Chris.
Alright, sorry, that's
That's
why
fine.
I'm interrupting.
So we're gonna get them back in to do the northbound lane, and there's probably about 30 heaves in the northbound lane for them to do. We wrote it and we thought they did a very good job, way better than what it was. They're coming in next week on Tuesday and Wednesday to pulverize Lake Pleasant and Tamarack roads. Tamarack from 99 to Lake Pleasant, and then Lake Pleasant Road from Tamarack up to Swallfield Road. Our crews are gonna spend Monday hauling gravel to put on the top of it to pulverize into the base, and then we're just leaving it gravel.
Are the people on those roads know that this is happening?
I have no idea if the township.
Yeah, I don't know if
alerted them
township
or not.
alerted them or not.
No idea.
And the township is?
Ransom.
Ransom.
Yep. The M99 closure, I talked to Matt Word this morning and they're well ahead of schedule. They had said originally that it could take as long as November 15th. He called the contractor and confirmed that it looks like they will finish up the week of the 20th, October 20th. So Kevin said he went down and looked at it this week and he said they were down to like a couple more lifts or something in the
A couple
gravel.
lifts on one lane.
Did they do both culverts?
Mm-hmm. They did the south one first,
Wow.
So
and then
they
they
didn't run
moved up to the north one.
They didn't run into any trouble then,
Well, I think one thing for sure has helped.
being dry.
Exactly.
Been dry.
If we had a wet fall, who knows how much less it would have taken.
They'd had a lot of water.
And what they did with the south culvert was, that was the way they got rid of the water in the pond
Mhm.
where they needed to put the deep one in, because they pumped that water to that south culvert, the first one they put in, and that was about 15 foot deep. cause I was out there a couple times and looked at it and talked with the contractor.
We're moving right along.
That's
Yes.
good.
Wow.
Also, this week, the union voted in favor of our latest offer.
Mhm.
So legal is in the process of drafting the final documents, and you guys should expect that at the October 23rd meeting
Next meeting.
to sign on.
Cool. Good deal.
Yep.
Who me?
The Frontier and Harmon Road situation, Matt Word has finished his work on that drain, upgraded and installed new tile. He did take it all the way to north of Harmon Road, he did that all this year. He installed catch basins on the northeast and southeast quadrants, and it's like dry now.
Where'd you get the money for that? Originally, you didn't have any money to do it.
Well,
He figured it out.
he told me that he will spread the assessments out
Oh, wow.
over time.
Ah. Yep.
And through the drain revolving fund, the drain commissioner has the ability to do stuff that nobody else can do.
Good stuff,
Yeah,
That's
Right.
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
good thing.
he's not doing shady things.
no,
No.
Before, I didn't think it'd even get done this year because
Yeah.
of the money.
We went down there and it looks really good. He did a very, very good job on that.
And he had the opinion, which he's right, that he was in there doing part of it right now.
Right.
Nothing's gonna get cheaper,
No.
so you might as well do it while you're there, get it done, and then just spread it out.
You know,
Get rid of the water.
So, hey, it's nice down there.
and the other thing too is weather, a dry year.
Yeah.
In a wet year, he couldn't have done a lot of that work.
pick the right year to do it.
Yeah.
The tree contractors, CHOP, they've still got a few trees to finish up our list. They had to pull out for a couple weeks, but they're gonna be coming back. The majority of the trees have been completed though. Ditch and deburming projects, Hakes Road is completed, Nichols Road is completed, Black Bridge Road was started this week, and Gilmore will be started next week. And that'll complete our ditch and deburms that we have on contract.
Wow.
Paving projects, the 1,000-ton, which was basically an overlay on Burt Road between Tripp and Bird Lake, that was finished yesterday. They're starting the primary paver patches today, and they're fixing Camden Road, doing just a little bit of it today, cause we're doing like a scraper box,
Yeah.
and we're just doing like a 3 or 4 foot patch
Those
for where
ruts.
those ruts are, and
This is from the village of Camden east to
to Carpenter Road.
To Carpenter.
Yes, so we're getting an idea of how it goes today, and then Monday they'll hit the ground running and
See
do,
if that works for
yes.
everyone.
If everything works today like we expect it to, Michigan Paving will haul us flow boys
Oh,
of blacktop. We're using our flow boy today. It only holds 18 ton, but we figured that was a good
good start.
trial run. And if everything works good with that, like we're planning it to, Monday we should be able to lay a bunch of it down through there.
Good.
Yeah.
That was getting really bad.
really
Yeah.
good. And then after Camden, as long as we still have the funding, we're hoping to do paver patches on Lilac Road between Cambria and South Hillsdale, correct?
Yep.
And then Territorial Road from the state line to 49. And then that's probably all we're gonna do for primary paver patches. And then I think we've got a small little project up at Grey Goose
Yeah.
off of Jerome Road
Up in
that'll
Goose
need a,
Lake, we gotta
Yeah.
put a tile in up there and we'll have to repave
Yeah.
where we cut the road there, but
but we shouldn't have any issues wrapping that stuff up before the plant shut down.
What about Bay Road?
Day Road's done. Day
It's
Road's
done?
been done.
Oh,
Yep,
I'll have to swing down there and take a look.
yep.
Good.
All the limestone and gravel patching has been done, all the brine applications are done, all the chip seal and fog seals are done, and the brush spray is complete. We did the northeast quadrant of brush spray. And I think that's it, unless you guys have questions.
Can you send us copy, email
Absolutely.
those?
Please.
And can that be today, cause I've got township meetings today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yep.
And can you include Kevin's written report as well?
His is
Mine
online.
is-
It's on there, okay,
Yep.
okay, good, alright,
Yep.
perfect, thank you.
I appreciate that because
Okay.
the other townships like know what's
Mhm.
going on in the other townships.
All board members,
Yes,
And
I'll email you too.
Okay, please.
We need to RR, go to the RR time for one. Outlook, I can't print anything.
I got it for you.
I
And then,
New email as well.
okay,
Oh, I need
what,
that too.
Okay,
Yeah, just give it to us afterwards.
thank you.
cause all county has new emails,
Everybody's
and the
converted.
county, yeah, converted.
Any
Well,
questions?
yeah, they have a.
I know they were
Okay.
working on it, unless I knew the treasurer's office hasn't changed
Okay.
yet, or they
Okay,
just,
so the commissioners are converted.
Okay.
okay.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, I heard there was noise about
I know the
changing
clerk's
all county
office.
emails, so.
Is in progress, and I was told it's half done, so.
Yeah.
Any questions for us?
why haven't,
Sounds like you guys been busy.
So I have
Oh,
a question.
Go ahead. Okay, my question, I noticed on the board, when we're going to 5 days a week, when is that, so we can tell our townships?
It'll be the first week of November, November 3rd, we will be on 5/8. And Safety Day, if you guys wanna stop out, Safety Day is on October 30th.
you dress up for Halloween? No, I'm joking.
And El Cerritos is going to be serving us lunch.
And is that all day?
That is all day.
So like, you start at 7 in the morning,
Start at
6, a little bit after 6 usually.
because you're still on new temps?
Correct.
Okay, 6 AM.
So you said
Until
that
3?
October 30th.
30th,
Or
yep, on a Thursday.
Depends on what they're, sometimes it takes till 4, sometimes it's a little before.
And lunch is when?
I believe we do it at 11:30.
11:30, maybe
11:30.
noon.
So if we come out, we're not in the way?
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I used to stay.
You're never in the way.
Office
Hey,
girls
hey,
are dressing
hey.
up as traffic cones.
Go ahead, what?
We're dressing up for Halloween.
Us girls are.
Do you wanna join?
Oh, that ought to be exciting.
It's very hilarious.
None of you are gonna be.
You won't have to do a lot of
West,
dressing.
are you?
No.
Hey now,
We try, gotta lighten up the mood.
we're
Bring smiles.
we're dressing up as traffic cones.
And we're playing a new game, kick the cone.
What's the foreman and the superintendent gonna be dressed in?
A fat guy.
You could go Shrek.
We got one of them over there already.
Oh, okay.
So
What
I
was
have
your
a
question?
couple questions. The Buckeye Road,
Yes,
so are we looking at some type of a culvert?
I was gonna grab that stuff and I forgot to, but yes, Buckeye Road was pipe arches. And then Somerset was pipe arches or, timber bridge. And Bob and I are leaning towards the timber bridge for Somerset. Cause it is actually going to be widened. Right now, Somerset is less than a 20-foot span, so it's not considered a bridge in engineering terms. Now it will be. We will be increasing it to a 20-foot span or larger timber bridge. So then that will be good for the future because it will be eligible for critical bridge funding
Sure,
because it's a bridge.
sure.
But yeah,
Will they be quite a bit more expensive?
Well, it'll pass.
it'll be federal funds.
Oh, it's federal
Yes.
funds is paying for this?
Critical, no. The timber bridge option is more expensive than the pipe arch option, but it's better fitted for the location.
Okay.
I'm saying when it's, because we're widening, I think it's 19 now, so it's just shy of a bridge. So we increased it to a bigger structure, so in the future, it will be eligible for federal funds,
It'll be
for
a
when it
township
needs to be
agreement.
replaced later.
Well, but federal funds, as we know, we've had bridges on that
Oh, I know.
list and they don't fund them. So is it worth spending the extra money now for maybe a future?
It is, because like I said, the existing structure is like a 19-foot span, so we're really only increasing it like a foot or two. If we put a 19.5-inch timber bridge in there, it's not, the timber bridge isn't that much more expensive than the pipe arch.
That's what I want to
Yes.
know. How
Yes.
much more is the timber bridge versus the
I
pipe
can
arch?
get you concrete numbers.
Okay. All right,
Like,
that's what it,
I don't
because to
have them
me,
with-
that's the decision to make, because who knows when future funding is gonna be necessary?
Correct.
What's it gonna cost now? And right now, we're cost sharing that with the township, or is that all on
That
us?
would be a cost share, because both of those are local roads.
Okay.
Yes.
Where is it located?
Somerset Road is north of Stewart Road.
It's
In
not in
Wheatland
Somerset
Township.
Township.
It's not a sub,
No.
Kathy,
I know that road goes a long
it'll
ways.
be better though by
Yeah.
going to the longer bridge. They'll approve it better.
they'll approve it more quickly.
Well, we'll hope they will.
But
No
no,
comment.
I still wanna know the price
Yep.
difference as to
And
why we're doing what we're doing.
I should have grabbed it, I meant to grab it and I totally forgot to.
The Eagle always like you to.
What'd you say, what size would that timber bridge be?
I believe it was a 20-foot span or a 21-foot span.
Okay, then it becomes a bridge,
That's correct,
okay,
yes. The existing one, I think, is like a 19 or 19 and a half, it's just shy.
not big enough to
Right.
consider.
And maybe after this meeting, I can get you that stuff.
Yeah,
I'll go
sure,
run and grab it.
alright, thanks.
So then, as a secondary question, is one or both of these projects doable for next year, or?
Not necessarily, because we have to go, Somerset is not a drain, correct? But Buckeye Road is a drain.
Buckeye's County.
Buckeye Road, we could work with the town, or the drain commissioner and see if he has a project planned, and we could work with him on the exemption. Somerset Road, we're gonna have to go through Eagle no matter what.
Okay.
So it's just up to Eagle's process how long that takes. It's
Okay.
not guaranteed to be done next year.
Okay,
And it depends on if the township has the match, if they want to replace them. Because Somerset is closed right now, Buckeye is not.
mhm,
So I don't know. The rumor is, the talk is, that it has been said by the supervisor of Wheatland Township
yeah,
that they have no interest in replacing Somerset Road. So that's why I said we have to discuss, present it to the townships and see if they're even interested in replacing it before we go forward any farther and spend any more money.
My last conversation with the Wheatland Township supervisor, they're more interested in new township hall.
Oh, yeah, so I got that same message,
Yeah.
um,
So it's really gonna be up to the townships whether they
Okay.
want to. And the other one is that, right?
And boy,
Amble. Okay.
a month ago, I was at Amboy's meeting, and I talked about that culvert, and, you know, their number one concern there is they're hoping for numbers prior to putting their budget together
Gotcha.
in March.
And Bob and I plan on getting with them here in the next month, so.
And I told them I thought that sounded reasonable.
Yep.
Yep. And I would be shocked if they said, you know, we don't wanna do it.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of altogether different situation financially than Wheatland is.
Right.
Then the other one I wanted to ask a question about is in Woodbridge Township, on Frontier Road, south of Burt Road.
That is on our list. It is on a county drain,
Yes,
so we're gonna be able to work with Matt to get that without having to go through Eagle. So that
Okay.
is on our radar, and it'll still have to be, with the township,
Yeah.
matched by the township or whatever, but we plan on, there's several of them that are on county drains that we hope to be able to get to next year if the townships are willing to do the match.
Yeah. Okay.
And the only caveat with Eagle is we have to replace them basically exactly as what's there. We can lengthen them, was it
10 feet.
10
each
feet
side.
on each side, I think?
We-
But that's no more than that. So we have, like, if it's a, I don't know, a pipe arch, whatever size the pipe arch is that's there, or the culverts that's there, we can't go bigger, we can't go smaller, we have to go the same size. We have to replace it in kind if we're going through the drain commissioner, so.
interesting.
Mhm.
I'm surprised that Eagle wouldn't let you go bigger. I can understand why they wouldn't let you go smaller.
If we go through Eagle, we probably would be mandated to, but because we're going through the drain commissioner's exemption, it has to be in kind. You have to be replacing exactly what's there.
The Elm Road that was done, is that the one that there was a contribution from a
Yes.
local
Yes.
farmer, but that went to the township?
That is
Yeah.
correct.
and they're gonna,
Do we know how much that is? Just-
$5,000.
Okay, and was that was that all the township match?
No.
Half of it? No, it was just a portion.
Just- yeah.
Okay.
No.
they plan on sending 25,000, I think.
I haven't billed them yet.
Yeah.
No,
that's
but
we
that,
just
that
finished.
was a consideration, cause it's over 2 years.
Gotcha,
So they was gonna add Frank's to that and send it,
gotcha.
so.
Any other questions?
No.
Wow, okay, is there any old business? I think we just handled most of that. If not, what about new business? Got anything here?
Go.
No new business? Hmm.
Okay, I just thought of a question going back to the contract.
Yeah,
Now I feel better.
Uh, So, attorney is working on it. And so, is it feasible that our next board meeting, we will be asked to approve it? or-
yes, that's what my update said, is plan on October 23rd's board meeting to
Okay.
be approving it and signing it.
Okay,
Club's
That's-
getting it all
yep.
around now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Legal is getting all the revisions done and it should be ready by October 23rd.
Glad to get that behind us.
Mhm.
Anything else?
you caught me by surprise, I didn't catch the date.
Gotcha.
She talks way too fast.
I'm sorry. I could drag it out, we could be here another hour if you
No,
want.
that's okay, you're doing just fine.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready for public comment again? You got anything, public comment?
I think
No?
I'm good now.
All right, thank you. Nothing else, right?
No.
We can stand adjourned then. Thank you.
Thank you.